This GMC Sierra is just about to get a full transformation on this center console. The head unit, you'll see a massive difference. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you guys can do it at home with minimal tools. Make it nice and neat, like a professional install. So without any further delay, let's get started into another episode of DIY Made Easy. Now, if you see right here, there's a head unit installed in this car already. It's an aftermarket head unit. You guys might have the radio from 2007 to 14. Now, in either one of the cases, the installation is going to be very similar. Now, in this case, I might have to fix up some wiring because the customer has stated that this head unit has been installed very dodgily. So once this head unit is out, we'll have a look, see what's going on, and we'll fix up what we can. The first part to come out is the fascia around the head unit. Now, in order to remove that, you need something thin and strong. I'm using this 4140 pry tool. This is what I like to use on most of the interior parts. It's very strong, so it doesn't actually bend itself. At the same time, it's not going to scratch your dash. It's very soft to touch. It's designed for cars. So slowly make your way around this trim here. Now, when you're prying an old fascia like this, you don't want to go all in from one side. You want to go clip by clip, so that way you don't put a lot of pressure on one side of the fascia and crack it, because the old plastic can get brittle over time. So it's good to go pin by pin. Try to find as many pressure points as you can. Release the pressure points so the fascia stays all intact. So after the fascia has been removed, the next part is removing this bottom panel here, then the HVAC system, and then the head unit will come out. So go ahead and undo 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips head tools here, and the same thing on the other side. With all the screws undone, let's go ahead and remove this bottom panel first here. There's only going to be 3 plugs underneath, 2 for your 2-cigarette lighter and 1 for this panel around here. You can see it's very simple to get it out. Just push the pin, pull it out, this pops out. Do the same thing on the cigarette lighter. With that bottom panel out of the way, now we have to remove these 3 plugs. Again, very simple. Just push down on the tabs and pull the wire out. It will slide out of the place, and these are a bit jammed because there's a lot of dust and sand stuck in there. Do the same thing with all 3 plugs. Put this panel away. Next one would be to remove the head unit. This will now just slide out of its place. Remove the fascia for the aftermarket one. If you got the factory radio, that will just slide out of the place as well. As you may see right here, these plugs might not be the same as what you've got in here. Now, the old unit that was installed previously has been done in a very dodgy manner. So in this case, I might have to hardwire everything to go directly into our new unit. In your case, you will get a plug-and-play harness that will just go into the original plugs straight in and out into our new radio. Now, this right here is a new 12.5-inch screen that's going to fit in nice and flush in here. It's going to have all of your climate controls and everything in here, so you don't have to worry about losing any of the original car functionality. Now, before we go ahead and install that, I might have to do some of the hardwire cutting in here, get all the wires ready. Once I have that, I'll show you what plugs are going to go behind into the new unit, and that part is going to be same for this case and your case scenario. After 3 hours of mucking around with the wiring inside the car, everything was chopped, so we tried to do pin by pin to get things to work. In your case, it would be all plug and play. Now, this right here is the original climate control, which I've just undone and taken the other circuit board out. So you just unplug it from around here, go onto the new screen and just plug it right there, and then you can screw it on here nice and secure, and this will control your climate control from the screen, sending signals out through these pins into the car to control the HVAC. Now, after that point, we can go ahead and start tidying things up on the inside. Now, in this case, it's going to be a little bit hard because every single plug inside the car has been chopped off. So we're going to try to fix it as much as we can and then try to plug everything in here. Now, in this case, there was already a microphone mounted on the top right. It was a nice high quality Alpine microphone, so we're reusing that. In other case scenario, if you don't have, you can use the high quality microphone provided in a kit. Once all of that is done, then you have to remove the pin from the original fascia and mount it onto these parts here. So when you start putting this one back in, it will click nice and steady in place. All right, so these are the pins from the original car fascia that we're going to remove. Put it on here, and then inside the car, in a second, I'll show you all the wiring that I've done. Once I've got the pin on here, we'll go in the car. I'll show you all the wiring, how I've routed it, where you can route it, what they do, and we'll go on to the testing process. Now, as you can see here, this plug here is what's going to go into the original car plug. Now, in this case, the original one was chopped off with the last installer, whoever worked on it last, so we can't really do that. So what I've done is gone ahead and hardwire everything. In your case, this will plug straight into the factory plug. You don't have to worry about that. The next plug right here is this one here. This is the RCA. Now, if you're running an aftermarket amp, which this car is, you do need that. If you're not running an aftermarket sound system, you don't need to worry about that. The next part here is a USB. I've run it down here underneath, come out from the side and put it here to use for charging your phone, updating the system. There's a SIM card tray to do your YouTube, Netflix, all of that. The blue plug here is a GPS. Now, make sure you mount GPS on a plastic surface, not on a metal surface. Same with your Wi-Fi antenna. There's 2 of them. I've mounted them here. and then your unit is ready to go in and be tested. Now in my case, I've tested everything, so I know everything is working. Now this is how the plugs for your original climate control will go in here, and the original parking sensor button and all of that will plug into here. This is going to be off your harness, and the rest of the plugs can only go in one way apart from the RCA. Now remember, RCA is this one here on the corner. The other one is for your external camera and microphone input. Now once you plug everything, there's no more screws. You can just literally click it in place with those clips there and start testing. And then once you've tested for your sound, your steering wheel control, as well as a climate panel here, change temperature and everything, all of that, once everything is done, then you'll find this nice little plastic bits that you have to screw into the original spot. So this one will go here on the left, and you will see the holes will line up to the factory screwing point. Same thing will happen on the other side with the other one. Two of them comes in the part. Use the original screws to screw them back on. That way the new head unit can just click into place, and with that the whole install is pretty much finished. Alright, so now everything is plugged back in, the unit is back in place. You can see it's a very nice and flush fitment. It's sitting in nice and snug, it's not gonna go anywhere. Next thing you can do is go ahead and pair up your phone. So just go into Bluetooth here. I've already paired up my phone. Once you go in there in the Bluetooth, you can connect your phone and click on Car Auto. This will give you your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, everything wireless. All of your steering wheel controls will continue to work, and you can go ahead and have full screen maps, half screen maps. It's amazing how good this system is. Super fast, super quick, as you can see. And go ahead and peel that layer of plastic out. Now the USBs we mounted here for the client to use when they're using the system. They can charge their phone and go ahead and change the temperature or anything else you want to do. You can use the system quite nice and snug. We'll go on to different airflow modes. See, AC turn on and off, everything is working. Temp on the left, temp on the right. You can go dual, auto, whatever you guys want to do, you can do it on here with no dramas whatsoever. Click on play music, it's gonna play music. You wanna get sued. Go into reverse, and this one hasn't got a reverse camera, so it's not gonna come up. But if you got reverse camera, it will come up. At the minute it's just gonna say no signal, because obviously there's no signal connected to it. Apart from that, you can go ahead, go onto your apps and download like YouTube, Netflix, anything you like, you can get it on here. Insanely good system, guys. Now, if you guys got any question regarding the installation, reach out to us on info@westernautocustoms.com.au, or simply leave a comment down below and we can help you with any of the installation guide. As long as it's one of our system, we're always happy to help. You can go ahead and change all the original car settings, add in an extra camera for your caravan, auxiliary camera, front camera, or you can spec it up to have 360 camera when you buy the system. Amazing system, guys. That's gonna be it for us in this video. If you've got system like this for most of the car, to see compatibility for your car, just leave a comment below and we'll get back to you with a guide, with a system, with a setup, or the options available for your car. Peace.